Hey fam, Chi Chi here, welcome back. As you guys may have noticed, your girl has amassed quite of a perfume collection. However, I am more proud to say that a little over 90% of this collection was purchased with some sort of discount. Y'all know Mama loves savings on savings on savings. So anytime I can get a discount or save some money, oh baby, I'm gonna save some money. Now this video is not for the people who like spending full price. If you can do that, I love that for you. Keep the legacy alive, go, flee. But this is for the people who want to save some money, okay? So these are all of the places that I have personally shopped to get what's behind me, okay? And I didn't pay full price for a lot of these things, okay? So I don't care if I save 10% or 70%. As long as I'm getting some sort of savings, I'm going to tell you about it. So if you're new here, hey, I'm Chi Chi and I talk about all things lavish but logical. So if that's your sort of thing, go ahead, subscribe, make some friends in the comment section, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Before we get started, I just want to tell you guys, make sure you do your own due diligence, okay? I can only do so much. I can only provide you with what I know. And things might change, rules might change. I'll tell you what's affected on my list. I got a whole list of places that I've personally shopped. So I don't know if you're gonna see this in the next 10 minutes, 10 months, or 10 years, but just make sure you do your due diligence, okay? That's number one. Okay, so you finally decided to stomp with the big dogs. You want to either get into niche or designer, okay? Whatever perfume you're looking for, go directly to their site, because depending on the brand, you might be able to catch a sale. Always look around, holiday seasons. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas. Maybe there's a Valentine's Day, MLK Day, whatever sort of holiday, always look out for those major holidays. Even some sort of friends and family sale where you can save about 10 to 15% off, maybe 20, even 30% off. Go directly to the site. The site that has the biggest discount for the brand, for instance, House of Sillage. House of Sillage, you should never, ever pay full price for, okay? Honestly, the way their discounts be set up, I'm starting to think those are just the regular prices, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But I have seen sales up to 70% off directly from them. So always go to the perfume brand that you are looking for and just see. You might be surprised if they actually do have some sort of discount. It won't apply to every brand, but figure out what you want and then go from there, okay? The next place I shop at are the department stores, your Neiman Marcus, your Saks, your Macy's. Those department stores will have either niche or designer, depending on how high-end the department store is. Of course, they will have some sort of friends and family sale, or if you're signed up to their email alerts, they might send you a little 15% off. That's how you actually get a little bit of that savings, okay? Remember, when these fragrances come out, with the exception of some limited edition things where you really actually do have to be quick, if it's something that's a general release, child, you don't need it right then and there. Wait until one of these department stores have a sale so you can save some money. Go Sephora sale. Also be popping out with a 20% coupon from time to time. Always maximize that. Don't go running out to get things when they first release. You don't have to. Sample it, and then you go ahead and make your big purchase. Also, even if you only go in and always sampling things and never purchasing, make the intro. Kiki with some of them, and you know what? They'll be like, okay, let me give her a sample. I just like her entertainment purposes. Like, form your relationships. But getting back to the discounts, you can save some money with your department store. So always make sure that you're looking out for those sales, especially during the holiday season. Department stores like Nordstrom and Saks have these outlet stores, Saks Off Fifth and Nordstrom Rack. You can also save major dollars when going onto these websites. Listen here, Out of the two, my favorite is Saxoff Fifth. That's where I find a lot of niche fragrances. You got Memo, Wash, Xerjoff, like Creed. I've seen a lot of high-end brands and they're like 40% off. And I'm like, sign me up. They also have some designer cute stuff on there as well. But if you're someone looking for niche, oh baby, Saxoff Fifth is the best kept secret that I'm telling you guys, okay? Don't say it too loud, okay? I still want to get stuff that I like. But definitely check out the outlets, so to speak, you know, because I've gotten Initio 40% off. That perfume oil from Amouage, Vanilla Barca, well, technically I got it for free, but at the time I got it for 40% off with an additional 10%. You got to make your money work for you, child. Saxoff Fifth is creme de la creme for me. Like, I always try to pop on there at least once a week and just to browse around. But fragrance department for them, it's really, really great. This next website, it's not really a discount, but you get to save money through conversion rates, and that is noseparis.com. I know a few people have still contacted me because of my MFK video that I did, and people will still say, hey, is this still true? Is this still true? Yes, it's still true. I still save money off of Nose Paris. I haven't purchased from them in about 6 months, but that will be changing very soon. Now, the thing about Nose Paris is it's the conversion rate. It depends on what the dollar against the euro is doing in the market. So if the dollar's doing well, I mean, we get to save a little money. If we're not, okay. So the price will vary every time that you purchase from there, every single time. So it's not a actual number that I can give you as far as savings go, but it is significantly cheap. Well, I don't want to say significant. Y'all be real testy with words, but there is a nice little savings that Nose Paris does give you. And plus, I just like Nose Paris because if you order a certain amount, they do provide deluxe samples, which is always nice. I have like the cutest like MFK travel 5 ml bottles. And then I believe with every purchase, I think you get anywhere between 3 and 6 samples of your choosing. They are handmade where they into a little tube. They're not like factory samples, but either way, if it's free, it's for me, okay? So Nose Paris, I do still shop with them. The shipping is relatively good. I think it takes about a week. I think that's great shipping, but everybody's on this Prime. I want it in my hand as soon as I press submit order. Okay, that's you, but a week in shipping is fine. They have great communication. If they sell out of stuff, they have emailed me and said, hey, you know, we can, you know, return your money or you can pick something else. Like, I've never had an issue with Nose Paris. The only thing, come closer, I need you to pay attention to this. If you do order from overseas, make sure your bill is less than $800. I don't know if they have changed the price. You always gotta check your due diligence, but you don't want to get charged tax, okay? Import tax, okay? We're trying to avoid, well, not avoid, evade and save money, okay? So make sure that your orders are less than 800. Shit, I say less than 600 to be honest with you, because you don't want to get hit with any sort of import taxes. That defeats the whole purpose. So make sure that you're mindful of how much you spend, okay? I mean, since we're talking about overseas, we might as well talk about Selfridges. Selfridges is based in the UK. I forgot to tell you, Nose Paris is in Paris, France. So Selfridges is in the UK, and sometimes they do sell fragrances that are a little bit cheaper than the US. Now, the key with Selfridges is that they do charge you for import duties and all of that, but they do have a yearly membership where you pay it the one time and then anytime you purchase from them, boom, you're saving money. So it's more of an upfront cost in that sense, but it's only worth it to me if you're gonna buy at least twice, 2 separate occasions from Selfridges. If you're only purchasing the one time, you might as well pay the regular whatever it's costing you. But if you feel like you are going to purchase more than one time, I would look into the yearly membership. But Selfridges also great packaging. I've never had an issue with their stuff. I've ordered a couple of times, both fragrances and non-fragrances, never had an issue. And I really just like Selfridges, okay? That's a fantastic way to save a little bit of money. Not a whole ton, but every penny counts, huh? I know some of y'all are like, oh, Chi Chi, I really want to try sampling it first before I even purchase something because, you know, I can't be blind buying. I got you, boo. Don't you worry. Take your behind to Twisted Lily. Twisted Lily has a ton of samples for so many brands, and it's just like, oh, okay, all right. Now, the only thing that I'm just like, Twisted Lily, like, we not buying that much, is that I believe their shipping is like, you have to hit like $100, and it's just like, $100 in samples is a lot. Trust me, I've done some damage with some samples, but I tend to add samples on to purchases that I'm already making. You see, because if the fragrance is already $100, then I just throw the samples in and try to sample my way through the niche world. So Twisted Lily is a fantastic website. I wish I did have some discount codes. Maybe that's what I need to do for 2024. I need to get me some discount codes because if I'm dropping all these gems, I mean, I feel like I should be having some sort of discount codes. Like, I'm helping you, help me, help you. Why not? There are a lot of content creators who do have discount codes. You could save 10%. So I am not one of them yet. We got to speak it into existence. But yeah, Twisted Lily is one of those places. Another place, soavantgarde.com. When they link up with creators, I'm like, yes, 30% weekends? Sign me up. I've gotten a few Parfums de Marly. I've gotten, BDK. I've gotten some really good fragrances when they link up with some of my favorite creators. And of course, I love supporting other creators, okay? So if there's a discount, you better believe I'm gonna use one of my fellow content creators' discount codes since I ain't got one. So always check with your fellow content creators. If you like somebody's vibe, why not help them? And you know, if they're recommending something to you, why shouldn't they get a little piece of the pie for a recommendation? I mean, you go to a car salesman, they get a portion of the money selling you a car. What's the difference? You tell me. I'll wait. Ain't no difference. Anywho, I know a lot of content creators just have the standard like 10 or 20%, but when they have those special weekends, when it's 30, oh, that's when I pounce. That's when your girl pounce. I just pounced this past weekend. I ain't gonna tell you what it is. That video might be up before this or after this. I don't know. But I always use that sense of these fragrances aren't going anywhere if it's a general release. So I'm not gonna sit here and run and try to get the newest thing. No, I'm getting old stuff. Y'all been seeing some of my hauls. It ain't new stuff. I'm building my collection based around the stuff that I'm actually gonna use. So always chill, relax. It's gonna come back around, baby. Like, just wait for the sale, okay? You don't pay full price. Like, stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. This portion of the ride is when people start getting a little, I don't know. This is your Max Aromas, your Joma Shops, your fragrance nets. This is kind of the gray market. With these particular websites, you do see a really heavily discounted price. A lot of the times it's like 40, 50% off, which is great for us. But then there's always, I guess, that fear of, okay, maybe is this a, counterfeit fragrance? All three of these brands, they do some sort of, authentic guarantee. But, you know, if you ever have an issue with them, always contact them. See if you can just get a new bottle. But a lot of the time, it's just fragrances that, you know, they've changed the bottles for. They might have changed the formula. I was skeptical too. I was. But the amount of savings that I've had in versus, you know, the issues that I have, I've never had an issue with the actual fragrance. Maybe the bottle, yes. Like I got Kajal Lamar from Joma Shop. The top, it's broken. I got Bond. Oh wait, that's from the next place I'm going to talk to you about. But I got Bond and it had a different cap because they were transitioning to new caps. Like you just kind of have to do your research and figure out like, all right, what's the deal with them? But a lot of my favorite content creators say, hey, you know, this is the place I shop. I like them enough to go off their word, so I go there. But again, you can make your own decision on where you want to shop. Like, I am not pressuring you to do anything. I'm just sharing where I've purchased from in my experiences. But I haven't had any bad experiences from any of them, with the exception of, you know, the bottle being a little messed up. But other than that, you will get fragrances that are heavily discounted. How? I don't know. But I haven't been like, well, this. And so those three, like, they're pretty good. Now, the next one is TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Go online. Go online. See what you see. I've seen Creed. I've seen MFK. I've seen some really, really good brands. Bond. I had originally got Bond Tribeca from there. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Now, one thing I will have to say, is specifically with Fragrance Net, and even sometimes TJ Maxx and Marshalls, do your research with the price, okay? Because there have been times I have seen them raise the price up and then put it on discount, and you're thinking you're getting this huge savings when in fact it wasn't that expensive to begin with. I will never forget, it was a Bond fragrance that I was looking to purchase, and they had that price sky high. And then it was like, oh, but it's, you know, we'll sell it to you for $4 something. And I was like, that's the original price. Like, so sometimes they try to be slick. This is when you need to do your research, okay? Make sure the numbers add up, okay? Always figure out the original price, and then you go to all of the sites and figure out, okay, who's going to give you the most bang for your buck. That's the way to do it, okay? I'm just saying, always see what that original retail is, okay? Because they'll get you. They almost got me, but I'm savvy, okay? All right. The next place is one of my loves, and that is the cosmetic company store. Now, you can't purchase every brand from this particular store. It's mainly fragrance brands that are under the Estee Lauder house, meaning Tom Ford, KILIAN, Frederic Malle, Jo Malone. They have some Estee Lauder fragrances. Ari, I forget how to say the name, but they're over there too. Cosmetic store, you'll save 40 to 70% off. I've gotten most of my Tom Ford collection from the cosmetic company store. I've been adding a lot more KILIAN to my fragrance collection from the cosmetic company store. Now, all cosmetic company stores are not equal, okay? There are some that always gets the good stuff. And then there's other ones, it's like, child, why did I just walk all the way around this freaking outlet mall just to even come here and y'all ain't got nothing? It be like that sometimes, okay? The closest cosmetic company store to me, trash. So it really varies. Now, Little tip. Again, I don't know how effective this is for you, but okay. A couple years ago, when I first discovered cosmetic company store for fragrances, you were able to call them up, any store across the country. Hey, what do you have in stock? Oh, can you mail that to me? They take your credit card information over the phone and ship it to you. Then when I really started getting into Tom Ford, they shut it down. I was like, I done missed the train. Damn it. Okay. So they stopped it. However, certain cosmetic company stores, if you're in Jersey, Tinton Falls, holla at them. They have revamped that program. So now you can call them and they will ship it. Now, I don't know if they do out of state, but at least in state, I was able to make a fragrance purchase over the phone. Now what they do, they'll send you a link and it's more secure. You put your information in and then, you know, it says confirmed and then they'll ship it. But the shipping was very quick. Again, I went from in state, so I don't know how it's gonna work. If you try to call Las Vegas, I hear Las Vegas got some good stuff. Good stuff, okay? So I might take my chances and call them up and be like, hey, what y'all got over there? But in state, certain cosmetic company stores, they will do it. You just gotta call them up, girl. You ain't doing nothing. Call them up early one day or really late one night. Call them, see if they do over the phone orders. Call me back. Let me know if you were successful or not. And the last place I'm going to talk about is Mercari. Mercari, you can definitely find some gems there, both used and brand new. The thing is, it's not as secure. It's regular people, basically. Or if someone has a business, you honestly never really truly know where the fragrance is coming from. And that's the downside of Mercari. But also on the flip side, if you have a content creator who you know has a huge collection and they're decluttering fragrances, 9 times out of 10, they're posting it up on Mercari. Hell, they might do it on, what's the other one? Poshmark, Depop. They might do it on there. If you are okay with something being used, sometimes you can find discounted, discontinued fragrances. That's what it's really good for. If you were trying to find, let's say, Dior, it's not Labelle, Belle de Jour. It's discontinued. Oh, let me go to Mercari. Let's see if somebody's giving something up. It's all kind of how you shop. You got to ask the right questions. You know, are you the original owner? Like, where did you buy it? You know, they'll tell you, oh, I got it directly from the store. And again, they could be lying to you. Who knows? I hope people are good and honest, but this is when you kind of want to follow some of your favorite creators whenever they do a declutter, because sometimes people have so much in their collections, you'll catch a really good deal off of some. And some people, like, if I got a fragrance that I know is discontinued, like, okay, Burberry Her Intense, I have a bottle I've never even touched. If I ever sell that, I actually can mark it up and make a little bit of a profit. But, like, that's when it's up to you. Like, you have to know how much you want to spend and then go from there. Especially with discontinued fragrances, oh, they'll hike that price up because they know they can. Who gonna check them, boo? So they're gonna do that. But Mercari, it's kind of just chance. So if you are into taking chances, I would highly suggest going to your Mercaris and your Poshmarks and your Depops and seeing what they have as well. But, you know, check the reviews. Check the reviews, because if they talking some BS in the reviews, you might wanna back up off of them. Okay? Of course, there was no gatekeeping over here. This is all the places that I shop. If you have some other places that you shop, you better let a girl know. Check out some of these other videos and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.